Hey, welcome back. Today we are kind of slumming it today. We have like 7 weeks till my due date, and I want to reorganize the house a lot. That's just a burn pile. But I mean, my house is kind of a write-off right now, which I'm all right with because, as I said, I want to completely reorganize the house, which is so like everyone's probably like, oh, Kelsey, you're in that nesting mode. And I am and I'm not. I want to organize the house because it would be very beneficial to have the house tidy and organized and cleaned when we have a new baby coming. But the actual reason is because we want to turn the back room that we have is kind of a playroom right now, although everyone's just kind of like too scared to go back there and play on their own when it starts to get dark. But we're turning that into an exercise room. And so Josh said that once I can get the house, like not just me, obviously he'll help, but like once I can get it all tidied up, cleaned up, and organized and the back room cleaned out, then he will buy an elliptical or a treadmill or both or one or the other or whatever to allow us to have that turned into an exercise room. And not only for me, I think the kids would really benefit from it. Both of them are very, they can be very high energy. So it'd be great to just tell them to go run off some energy, but also to help them with soccer and track and field and stuff. So I want to, essentially, we're going to do a little walkthrough to show you what we're dealing with. And I'll tell you what the plan is today. We're tackling it little by little. We're not going great guns and going crazy. But anyway, so this is what we're dealing with.
Look at the pie, Mom. Nobody eats the pie.
I know you did. You ate a quarter of it?
Yeah.
Wow. It's mine. So this is our laundry room. Everyone likes to just throw whatever's dirty onto the floor, which is fun. And this is the cute ice cream cart that Jordana got for Christmas. But anyway, we definitely have to reorganize this. Okay, let's zoom out. Get the full effect of it. I'm also in the middle of doing laundry. So there is like a huge pile of laundry there. Plus the new baby's potential clothes are sitting there. Don't know if it's a boy or girl, so I had to wash both. And we need to organize this and this and this. Although the laundry baskets, that is Jonathan's and Joshua's laundry baskets. Joseph's clothes are on the dryer. And then all the clothes on the back counter are clothes that don't fit Joseph anymore. So I've got to find their clothing bins and put them down in the basement. And people just dump clean laundry onto the floor all the time. Anyway. So Joshua did organize and clean this morning so he could get game time. But as you can see, we got to organize kind of behind the couch, underneath. And I mean, eventually all of this stuff is coming out of here anyway. So this room, not too bad. But this is all going to move and not be in here anymore. Then the dining room, which again, Jonathan cleaned that, so it's not too bad. We just have a little bit of tidying and organizing till we get to the bins. So I am planning on tackling those bins today. We'll talk about that later though. So just a little bit of organizing. Not too bad.
Hello.
And then
Hello.
Joshua cleaned up the living room here, so it's
Hello.
fairly tidy except for
Hello.
this little nook here.
Hello.
But yeah, so this is
Hello.
pretty tidy. We just need to organize that bookcase though, and all the junk that is sitting on the printer. And then, what are you doing? And then we just have to tidy up the hall a little bit. I plan on, honestly, I don't use bins. We just get the plastic bags at the grocery store. So I'm probably just going to donate a lot of those. But again, tidy up. And then,
Hello.
yes. And then we have to tidy up this front room here. And that's what I'm...
Hello.
Oh, now you're quiet. Now you're shy. Yeah. So I plan on tidying and organizing and focusing on the downstairs for the next 7 weeks. If we get that done in like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks or whatever, then great. We can head upstairs and tidy and organize a bit up there. But for the most part, that is pretty cleaned and organized already, except for the little nook at the top of the stairs. But everyone else's bedrooms are pretty tidy and organized anyway. So we are going to focus on down here. And then, like I said, we can head upstairs and organize if we have time. If not, it's not a big deal. And there is one more area we have to organize. So this is the stairs to the basement. And as you can see, we don't have a lot of room to get in and out of the basement, especially when you're pregnant, because of this shelf here. So that's actually going to be today's project. I'm taking everything off of this shelf. The shelf is going downstairs. Hang on. So I'm going to take everything off of that shelf. The shelf is going to go downstairs. And then I think for now, just whatever's on that shelf is going to go downstairs with it for now. I have other plans on how to organize it later as we get into the organizing down here. But the other job for today is to get the clothing bins that are upstairs in Joseph and Jordana's room. I'm going to bring them down. The clothes on the back counter are then going to get cleaned off, put into those bins. And then those bins, plus the bins that are in the dining room right now, are all going downstairs, because then we'll be able to open the door all the way, get the bins down. Because right now we do get the bins up and down through the little crack, but they get compressed. And I actually broke the lid on one of our brand new bins trying to bring it up a few weeks ago. So it wasn't even a few weeks ago. It was like start of December. But anyway, so I did break the lid, and I was like, okay, no, this needs to change. I don't want to break the lids or anything like that. So that is today's cleaning and organizing. Like I said, we're going to do little by little, and then maintenance. That's the plan. That's step one. It's definitely right to make sure that I was only going to do a little bit today. Because although my mind wants to do so many things right now, my body is now exhausted, and I'm not even done yet. We cleaned off some of the counter. Basically, this is now... Oh, we missed one. Okay, this is now all stuff that we use. So it's like... It's one of the boys' clothes. There's a pile of clothes. I emptied a laundry basket. I put all the clothes from that counter into the white laundry basket, sorted it out. I put things in the bins that I have up here. So I have, excuse me, Joseph. So I have the 12 to 18 month stuff from Jordana, and then that is size 4 clothes. Yes, Joseph is 3. He wears size 6 clothing. Not that he should be in size 6. He should be in size 5. But because we do like a clothing lending sharing thing, I tried to get the size 5 clothing back from my best friend that I lent it to. But her son, like he's just a bit small for his age, so the size 5 stuff fits him perfectly. But the size 4 stuff is just, it's too small for Joseph. He can't fit into it. So I've just, I don't know, I just bit the bullet and I put him into size 6. The shirts for the size 6 are fine. It's just the pants are a bit too long, but like we just roll them up a lot. But anyway, so, all the size 4 stuff is in bins. The size 12 to 18 month stuff is in bins. I now have to relabel them because that bin says 6. This says 18 months to 2, like size 2 toddler. But I also have to put whether it's boy or girl. Now we have to differentiate. It used to be easy before. I just put the size because we had all boys. Now we have girls, so we have to differentiate now. But yeah, so those bins are done. They are overflowing, so I'm not sure how well they're gonna, like, if it's gonna stay closed. Is it gonna explode downstairs? I have no idea. But I'm gonna get the lids on. We are going to shove it down the stairs. Jordana's now getting into the size 4 bins, so we better get our button gear. But I did move. Yeah, see? What are you doing? Can you put them back, please? I did move the cabinet from here, so it's so much easier opening the door now. And I put the cabinet down in our dingy basement. Josh and I apparently talked about this. I don't remember talking about it, but he said, no, it can't go in the basement because the floor gets wet. And I was like, we talked about this. We're putting it downstairs. We have nowhere else to put it. So I actually found, it was like an old crate or an old toy bin or something of somebody. So I just turned it on its side. Cabinet sitting on there. Josh is happy. I'm happy because this is now out from behind the basement door. And now I gotta find... Yeah, I gotta find clothing bins and figure out where everything is, get the clothes into the bins. The bins are all over here, and then I was putting some here, but all the ones that are upstairs were the ones that went there. But I think I just found one of the bins that I need. Yeah. No. Okay. Well, that was deceiving. It says 6 to 12 months on it, and it's Christmas stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up. We'll get the lids on the bins downstairs, and then I'm gonna call it quits because I'm exhausted. So anyway, I'll show you what the dining room turned into once we get all the bins downstairs, because we'll have more room, because right now they're taking up an entire corner. So that's the last on the to-do list, so let's get it done. All right, guys, although not completely organized, the bins are now all in the basement, so that frees up this. All right, so the bins are all in the basement, and definitely creates more room around the house, because there was a bin in Joseph's room that was just, it was one of the really large bins, so it just took up space in his bedroom, so it's now down the basement. I didn't relabel anything, so we just have to remember that size 6 boy is actually size 4 boy, and that 18 month to 2T is 12 to 18 month girl. And I found some 6 to 12 month stuff that I'm gonna have to give to my brother, because I started freaking out. I forgot I already gave them the 6 to 12 month boy and girl clothing bins. So I found some coats and a sleeper that are in that size group, so I have to either the next time I see them or the next time that my mom is going up to Ottawa to see them, I'll make sure that those go up to them, so they at least just stayed together with all the sizes and stuff. Got a good workout, worked up a sweat, so I think what they say activity wise to make sure you're active every day is just to work up a sweat every day doing something. So we got a bunch of stuff down to the basement to where it should be. We worked up a sweat, so we did a good job. High five. So anyway, so that is step 1 complete. Now I can go through, I made a like a list in the reminders on my iPhone, so I can go in and just check off whatever I've done. And I made sure I made the lists like very point form, because I definitely thrive on checking things off a list. But if I literally say, you know, take the bin, bring it downstairs, then do this, then do this, then do this, all as one step. And I feel like I've done a lot, but I only get to check one thing off. I don't know, my brain's weird, but it's discouraging to me. So I made sure I did it like take bin downstairs, and then a separate checklist like point was you know, to fill the bin, and then a separate point was to bring the bin down to the basement, so that way I can check 3 things off and feel extremely accomplished. I guess it's a good thing that I don't put my videos as kid-friendly on YouTube. So, yeah. So anyways, step 1's done. We've done that. We'll figure out what to do next. Essentially my goal plan, because the whole goal is to clean out that back room. So my goal plan, sounds weird to me right now. Anyways, my whole goal now is to get the rest of the house cleaned, organized, ready to go. And then that way, when it comes time to move the things out of the back room, they have places to go, they have a home, all that stuff. So it's definitely going to be a big reorganizing of the house. And I'll take more so like before and after pictures, so that way you can see the before and after, because like the whole living room's getting rearranged. Essentially the dining room's getting rearranged. And the playroom's getting rearranged. Part of the laundry room's getting rearranged, and then the kitchen's just getting like deep cleaned and reorganized. So yeah, that's the goal. So at least now we've decluttered a bit, and we can move on to our next task. So stay tuned.
You can step down.
I do have one more thing to add and ask. If you have recommendations for a good place to buy ellipticals or treadmills, we are in the market for an elliptical, a treadmill, a squat station, right?
Yep.
So essentially like a squat station that has like cable pulleys as well, and a like the bench that does incline and decline. So if you know anywhere that has a good price on it, I would prefer it to be like in Canada, so we don't have to pay like astronomical shipping prices, or if they ship for free, bonus. But yeah, if you have a recommendation for that kind of workout equipment, when the best time to buy it would be, stuff like that, please let us know in the comments, because we are in the market for that. Hopefully like within the next few months, getting at least the elliptical and or treadmill, one of the two. I'd like to at least just get one, that way after the baby's born, since it's end of February, we're in Canada, so we could have snow, but I want to get out and get moving and get 5 to 15 minute walks in every day if I can after the baby's here. So if that means on an elliptical or a treadmill, great. So we are in the market for both of those. Like I said, a squat station that has like pulley attachment and all of that, the cables, and a incline decline bench. So if you know, please let us know. I definitely appreciate all the help.